What's up, YouTube? It's your boy JP's on the keys, and it's 2 Easter today. And by the time you're watching this video, it will be me birthday. You know, turning 24, man. I can't believe I've been doing YouTube since 2017, and it's gonna be 2024, and we're still here, man. So I figured I'd give you guys as a birthday present, I guess, from me to y'all, in the double upload, Love Thy Neighbor, and I'm going to check out the Patreon, because I'll drop the bottom episode on there. It'll be on there by the time this video is out. So, and I also, when I was looking through the episodes, I forgot to do this one. This is the coach's trip, but I think the way the episode had it described, it was like the coach's outing to Bournemouth, but like I skipped this one in the rotation. I don't know how. So we actually have 4 episodes, because this is the last episode of season 7, and then I have 3 more episodes of season 8. Don't worry, I'll do the rest of the Australian series, because there's only 7 more episodes I got to do with that. So yeah, we still got a good amount of content to watch. But hope you have a great day. You know what I'm saying? And without further ado, let's get to this.
Love thy neighbor, walk up and say how be ya. Gee, but I'm glad to see your pal house tricks. What's new? Love thy neighbor, and you will find your labor a great deal easier. Life will be breezier if you love thy neighbor.
Go on, Jerry, get stuck in something. Oh, would you believe it? The set's going on the blink again?
You ever thought of becoming a television engineer?
Oh, hello, love. The set's gone on the blink again. Just when Jerry had Big Black Tom in a corner and was giving him what for. Must be the tune.
What did I do to get stuck with a man who takes his pleasure watching a mouse knock a cat about? It's not the tube, it's the plug.
What's wrong with it?
I just pulled it out.
What's the matter now?
I'll tell you what's the matter. You've been on your holidays 3 days now, and all you've done is watch that television until it's time for the club to open. Then come back here, eat and sleep until it's time for it to open again.
Well, that's what holidays are for. To relax and recharge the old batteries.
I don't know why you bother charging your batteries. Your engine stopped years ago.
If I didn't relax, I'd burn myself out. I'll snuff it by the time I'm 40. Then where would you be? You'd be a widow, alone in the world. Is that what you want?
Do I have a choice?
Very funny.
And what about me burning myself out? I go and get 2 weeks holiday from work.
Of course you don't. How can you expect a fortnight's holiday from work when you don't go to work?
May God forgive you. I suppose you've never heard the old saying, a woman's work is never done.
Yes, and the reason it's never done is because you waste time arguing and switching television sets on.
Don't you talk to me about wasting time. You're the greatest time waster of them all out Eddie. You spent 4 months of this year on strike.
The reason I was on strike was to raise our living standards above those of the downtrodden masses.
Well, in future, leave me with the downtrodden masses, who at this moment are all enjoying themselves at the seaside.
Where would we be if we all thought like you?
Benidorm.
No. I'll tell you what we'll do. Next year, if you like, we'll go to Italy. Give the eye ties a going over. Stay at the little hotel in the Lazio.
We are banned from there.
So we'll stay at another hotel.
We are banned from Italy. And France. And Belgium.
Oh, come on, love. You must admit you laughed when the mayor chased me up the mountainside with a flugelhorn.
My God, I'd forgotten Switzerland. It's been a trail of destruction. Give us 2 years, we can write off Europe. Then you can start on poor defenceless little Russia.
Oh, no, love. Russia is not what it was. ever since all the White Russians left.
Where are you off to now?
I'm off to the club.
And what about...
What other kind of Russians would there... You know what? I'm just going to watch.
The jobs that need doing.
Jobs? What jobs?
The garden fence for a start. The wind blew it down 3 weeks ago.
That garden fence is the responsibility of the white man's burden next door. My responsibility is the fence on the other side.
We haven't got a fence on the other side. It's a brick wall.
Well, if the wind blows that down, I'll build it up for you, love.
What about the dodgy leg on this table?
All that needs is a few nails knocking into it.
Do it then.
No, I'm sorry. I can't do that until I've come back from the club.
Well, do you want to tell me why a fully grown man, practically in his right mind, can't knock a couple of nails in until he's been to the club?
Yes.
I'm waiting.
Well, the reason is
Don't
that
tell me chip is chip and plum is plum and it's against the TUC rules.
Not at all. It's because Nobby has borrowed me hammer.
So they see these two artist fellas looking for work, and they're walking through this wood, and they see this notice. It says 3 fellas wanted, and Mike says to Pat, "Look at that, 3 fellas wanted." And Pat says, "What a pity, there's only 2 of us."
I don't get it. Why couldn't the 2 of them do the job?
He's getting worse.
Morning, lads.
Hello, Eddie.
I say good morning, Jacko.
Oh, I'll have half.
Nobby, you're sitting in the master's chair. Come on, son, remove your carcass. Up you go.
Oh, look at the size of it. What's your measurement? 59 inches.
Oh, aye. What's that inside leg?
That's nearly 5 foot. Where'd you get your trousers?
Queen Victoria.
Pardon?
Queen Victoria were only 4'7".
Jacko, what's Queen Victoria got to do with Nobby's trousers?
Well, if you wrapped Queen Victoria around Nobby's tummy, her head wouldn't touch her toes.
I bet she won't be amused either.
Are we coming here to drink or discuss my vital statistics?
Please, Norbert, let us not be crude. We'll have 2 pints and 1/2.
Make that 3 pints and 1/2.
Hello, Eddie, here's the Black Arrow.
I'm sorry, man. This is just so stupid. I'm sorry. Oh, man.
Should pale face.
Gentlemen, surely this member is contravening club rules. No tie, no jacket, and a wallpaper shirt.
Wallpaper!
And what's wrong with my shirt?
What's wrong with your shirt? It's vulgar, ostentatious, and totally lacking in taste.
No, that's strange coming from you, Eddie.
Why's that?
Because you gave it to me last Christmas as a present.
Anyway, lads, I'm not a drop sold until it's 1 day old. And who's paid?
Jacko.
Hey, it's not my round.
Nobby, have you still got my big hammer behind the bar?
Now, there's no need for violence. Put it on my slate.
Jacko, you haven't got a slate.
All right, put it on my slate. Where do you put your pennies? In a piggy bank? Nobby, are you sure you've not seen that hammer? They're very expensive, you know, cost about £5. I'd behind that for 3 weeks for it, nicked it from work.
Well, somebody else has nicked it.
Is there no honesty left in the world?
Thanks for the drink, Eddie. I'll bring your hammer back tomorrow.
I don't know about calling you Jacko. We ought to call you Jack Daw. What's the matter, Arthur? Lost your sense of humour?
I'm fed up with this.
Oh, well, I'll finish it for you.
Take your thieving hands off that. Not fed up with drinking a beer, I'm fed up sitting here, day after day.
Yes, you're quite right, Arthur. You know, what you want on holiday is a change of mood and atmosphere.
Yeah.
Yes, better scenery. I'll tell you what, lads. Sup up and we'll go down to the Red Lion.
That's not much of a change, is it?
Yeah. And in any case, Eddie is still barred from the Red Line for bad language.
I was innocent. I was merely referring to the landlord as a bar steward.
Anyway, it's not much change going to the Red Line. We should be drinking on the Costa Brava.
Well, I can't go further than the Red Line. My dinner's ready at 1 o'clock.
Arthur, if you're fed up, why did you go to the Costa Brava?
Because I've done me money on the GGs. I'm Dicky Mint.
Arthur, how many times have I told you? Slow horses and fast women.
Yeah, I backed one at 10 to 1. It come in at 7:15.
What was it called? Speedy Gonzales?
Black Knight.
Well, Arthur, you should know better with a name like that. You'd have been better off saddling him up. He'd have come in first with a white jock on his back.
Cobblers.
Cobblers.
Knickers.
Are they the ones with holes in? Dicky Mints.
Now, Jacko, it's slang, you know. Dicky mint skint.
Yes. Thelma Ritter, bitter.
Jack the Dandy Brandy.
Oh, well, in that case, I'll have another cap and scarf.
Oh, I could just do with holiday.
Me too. Bill and I had a terrible row last night because he said he couldn't afford a proper holiday.
Yeah, you did, didn't you?
You were listening.
I should think the whole street was listening. Anyway, who ended up with the blame?
Oh, the usual crowd. Me, Enoch Powell, and your Eddie.
How did Eddie qualify?
Because of all the strikes he caused at the factory.
Oh, come on, Barbie. It's not very fair. I mean, he's only trying to raise our living standard above that of the downtrodden masses.
You don't believe all that, do you?
No, but Eddie does.
I ask you, 3 days off for Chairman Mao's birthday?
Are you sure it was 3 days?
Yes, he got the date wrong twice.
He means, well, not his fault if things don't turn out right, just unlucky.
Huh.
What do you mean, huh?
Nothing.
Are you trying to imply that my Eddie is responsible for you not having a proper holiday?
Well, if you're asking me, yes.
And what about Bill? He doesn't exactly play the white man.
He'd have a job.
I think Bill's a mixer.
And I think your Eddie's a bigot.
Well, I don't have to stay here to be insulted.
Of course not. You can go almost anywhere and get insulted.
Excuse me, I've got my shopping to do.
And I've got my curtains to wash.
I shouldn't bother. The windows are so dirty, no one can see them.
Look at this beef. She said, I think Eddie's a bigot. I don't know why she offended when that's true.
And another thing.
What?
We're getting very like our husbands.
You're right, Joan. I am sorry.
It's all right. Eddie is a bit of a bigot.
Yes, and Bill's a bit of a mixer.
Your windows are spotless.
How about another cup of coffee?
Twisted me arm.
Right.
See, I'm glad they got common
Will you
sense.
get that, please, Joan?
Yeah, right.
It's gonna be somebody from the Caribbean. Watch.
Hello?
Hello, Mrs. Reynolds? It's Mrs. Chalfont.
Just a minute. Barbie, it's a Mrs. Chalfont.
Ask if you can take a message.
Can I take a message?
Yes. Would you tell Mrs. Reynolds that I've had 2 cancellations for the coach trip to Bournemouth, and I wondered if she knew anyone who'd like them.
Hang on, I'll ask. Excuse me, what sort of coach trip is this?
It's for our holiday weekend. 2 nights in a first-class hotel.
Sounds very nice. How much is it?
Only £15 each.
Hang on. Barb, it's about a coach trip to Bournemouth. There've been a couple of cancellations.
Oh, till I'll try and think of someone.
Don't bother, I'll have them. I like Bournemouth.
Oh, just a minute,
Oh,
Joe.
you and Bill want to go?
No, it's not
Well,
that.
You won't mind if I didn't, I go. Mrs. Chalfont?
Yes?
My husband and I would like those tickets.
Good.
It's Mr. and Mrs. Booth.
Mr. and Mrs. Booth.
Yes. Thank you. Bye.
Joan, you shouldn't have done that.
Why not?
Well, there's a couple of snags.
Such as?
In the first place, it's organised by the local Conservative Club.
In the second place?
Bill and I are going on it. Look, love, you'll have to tell him sooner or later.
Perhaps I could tell him on the coach.
He'd have found out by then.
Well, not if you and Bill are already on the coach tucked up the back. He won't know all the others are Tories.
Bill's not going to be very happy with sharing his holiday with Eddie.
Too bad. We deserve a break. Eddie and Bill will just have to like it or lump it.
What's that, love?
Hello, Eddie.
What is it that Eddie and Bill will just have to like or lump?
The new recipe.
That's it. New recipe. I got it from the milkman. What you can do with a piece of cheese.
I know what he can do with his cheese.
Look, I better go and leak the news to Bill.
What news? Oh, about the recipe!
Yes, the recipe. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Sorry I'm late back, love.
That's all right, Eddie, I don't mind.
Do you feel all right?
Yeah, he know immediately something's wrong. He knows immediately.
You come and sit down. You deserve a little relaxation, a drink with the lads now and then.
You haven't had the cooking sherry again, have you?
There's something wrong with her.
No.
Not feeling delirious or anything like that?
I'm just very happy, sweetheart.
You can tell it's
As
so
long as I'm
fake.
with you, nothing else matters.
He's so confused.
You're not in the club again, are you?
Not yet, Angel.
Well, in that case, I'll go and have a bath.
Let's have a little talk first.
Oh, yes. Well, if it's about the birds and bees, love, it's a bit late for all that.
I want to ask you something.
Oh, I see. Well, in that case, shoot away. Dr. Spock is listening.
Well, I know all about Labour and all that. But let's talk about the Tory party.
Yeah, pardon?
The Conservative Party.
Look, love, I might be thick, but what's the Tory party got to do with the birds and bees?
They're human beings, just like you and me.
Tories are not human beings. They're a capitalistic clique and a sworn enemy of the working classes. So let's change the subject.
Let's talk about Bill.
Is it your intention to provoke me?
Not all that bad.
He's a nignog. Not only...
That was so unprovoked that was sad.
That is a big-headed nignog.
Oh, dear.
Now then, anything else you want to talk about?
No, love, it doesn't matter.
Oh, good. In that case, I shall go and have my bath.
I wouldn't bother. The tanks run cold.
Are you sure you want to go on this trip?
Yeah, of course. It'll make a change. Anyway, it'll get me away from that loudmouth pale face next door.
Oh, dear. Oh, I'll go.
Oh, there you are, Mrs. Reynolds.
Come in, Mrs. Chalfont. Have you met my husband?
I don't think I've had the pleasure.
No, we haven't. Nice to meet you.
Mrs. Chalfont organised a trip to Bournemouth.
My husband is past president of the Conservative Club. I think you may know him.
Frederick Chalfont, the undertaker.
Funeral director.
Everything's all right, is it? The trip's still on?
Oh, yes, of course. But I wanted to deliver the tickets to your friends, and I didn't get the address.
What friends?
I'll take their tickets.
Oh, it's no trouble. You see, I have to get the money from Mr. and Mrs. Booth.
Did you say Booth?
Oh, I was so glad we were able to accommodate them. Well, it's nice to have one's friends along. Now, what is their address?
They live next door.
Oh, good. Well, then I'll be running along. I'll see you on the coach.
Yeah.
Don't bother to say
Uh-oh.
that, Mrs. Reynolds. I can manage.
Uh-oh.
Oh, Bill, I'm sorry.
So Eddie's coming on the coach trip with us, huh?
Yes.
Hey, that's fantastic.
Well, I don't understand. I thought you'd be annoyed.
I'm delighted, Barbie.
But won't it ruin your holiday?
No, but it'll ruin Eddie's.
Okay, missus. Sit yourself down. The wife's just putting our little Mark to bed. Now then, can I get you a drink?
Well, I think it's a little early.
You won't mind if I do?
Oh, not at all. I just came to bring the tickets.
Tickets? What tickets?
For the coach trip to Bournemouth.
I think you've come to the wrong house, missus.
Mr. Booth?
Speaking.
Well, I spoke to your wife on the telephone. She booked 2 tickets for our holiday weekend.
Are you sure?
2 nights in a first-class hotel, £15 each.
Ooh, sounds very nice.
She didn't mention it to you.
No.
Perhaps she wanted it to be a surprise.
Ah, yes, a surprise. Well, I'll surprise her. I'll pay for them. £15 each, you said?
That's right.
Cheap at half the price.
The profits go into the funds.
Fund? What fund?
Our organisation. I am in the club, you know.
Congratulations. What do you want, a boy or a girl?
Very amusing, Mr. Booth.
Yes, it was, wasn't it?
Yes, you remind me of my husband.
Get away.
He's a funeral director.
Is he? What does he do for a living?
He buries people.
I hope they're dead when he does it.
Oh, I can see you're going to be the life and soul of the party.
Yes, yes. I'll do my best, love. Well, here you are. £15. The wife will pay for hers on the coach.
Hello?
Hello, you cheeky little devil.
You what?
Mrs. Little Chalfonts just told me. Holiday weekend in Bournemouth?
Don't mind.
Not at all, lover.
I can see we're all going to have a wonderful time, and I'll arrange for you to sit next to your friends.
Oh, are Arthur and Jacko going?
Mr. and Mrs. Reynolds.
Them next door.
That's right, them next door. Well, I think I'd better be running along. I shall see you on the coach. Don't bother. I'll see myself out.
Yes. Birds and the bees, eh?
Now, Eddie, before you go berserk, there's something I want to say. I've organised this weekend because I am fed up of being stuck in here day in and day out. I'm going on this trip whether you like it or not.
All right.
I've organised my mother to come and look after Mark for a couple of days, so it's up to you. Bournemouth with Bill and Barbie, or me mother. Well?
I'll go and pack my cosy.
I'll kill him.
Any sign of him yet, Bill?
No. I bet he doesn't come.
He said he was nearly ready when I left.
Do you think he's changed his mind?
He told me to go on, said he'd be about 5 minutes.
I'm afraid we can't wait any longer, Mrs. Booth.
We better get on the coach, Bill. What are you going to do, Joan?
I'm coming with you.
Hang on, he's coming.
Oh, shut up, Sambo. Cop for this. Here.
Ah, cobblers.
Oh, that's sharp.
Oh, come on, get on the coach.
Well, you need to get
That man brought the beer on the
Where have you been?
Where have I been? I've been to get the beer. You can't go on a coach without beer.
And what's all this? We're going to Bournemouth, not Old Trafford.
These colours represent my political views, as well as my religion. Brother Harold, you've got to keep your end up. If you're travelling with a coachload of Tory closets...
I beg your pardon.
Morning, missus. How about a quick knees up and down the aisle?
Are you drunk?
No. But we'll be in a minute. Fancy a light ale?
No, thank you. Now, will you please all get in the coach?
Certainly, young man. Come along now.
young man!
All is quiet. Nobody will take the cat out there.
Sit down.
No, you sit down. I'm going to start the community singing. Oh, come on, boys and girls. Give another chance. You all know the words. You sing the chorus, I'll sing the verse. Are you ready? One singer, one song. The working class can kiss.
Quiet without Eddie and Bill, isn't it, Nobby?
It is that. It's just like being in a graveyard.
Hey, I've just got it.
Got what?
That joke about the two Irishmen and the trees.
Oh. I wonder where they'd be now.
How much longer is your husband going to be?
He said it'd only be a few minutes.
Oh.
And you?
He got another case of beer!
Here we are, love. Another supply of liquid happiness. In you go, love. Don't keep the coach waiting.
Here we go then. Right. Carry on, driver. Oh,
Oh, you fancy me, don't you? You're on the song now. You ready? Oh, this is not the story's just begun. Romeo, lay me down and do it again. Romeo over in the clover. Romeo, lay me down and do it again.
They should be there by now, lucky devils, stretched out on the beach, having the time of their lives.
This is intolerable.
I'm very sorry, Mrs. Chalfont.
Bill, go and hurry him up.
Eddie! Hang on, hang on.
He done drank so much beer.
Oh, by heck. I needed that.
Come on, Eddie.
Carry on, driver. Right, lads and lasses, what can I do for you now?
Well, for a start, you can try doing up your flies.
Passes a Guinness. Right. Who's the other one about Margaret Thatcher streaking? This is 29 and she says, you're doing fine. Roll me over, lay me down and do it again.
They gonna kick him out.
What now, Mr. Booth?
Now, missus, when nature calls, who am I not to answer?
That's all right, Eddie. You take your time. Eh, Mrs. Chalfont?
Certainly. Be as long as you like.
Thank you, young man. I shall have one for you.
Young man!
Are you sure, Mrs. Booth?
Positive.
Carry on, driver. Next stop, Bournemouth.
He looks like a drunk fool. He put the beer on his foot. Oh my God. Oh. This is the funniest episode in a minute. Oh my God. He said, hey, I see you, young man. When nature calls, who am I not to answer? Oh man, that's hilarious. Thank you for watching. I appreciate all the support that you guys give me on a daily basis. Every time I upload, I appreciate all the likes, subscriptions, comments, shares, all the interaction, engagement you guys do. I appreciate everything. Leave a like if you enjoyed that, subscribe if you're new to the channel. Check out my Patreon because bottom will be on there. I think this is the last one. This might be the last episode. But I'm thinking about, I'm probably going to do Faulty Towers, then Blackadder, and then like some other shows. So stuff that can't be uploaded to YouTube because they're going to block it. But thank you. Please be safe. Have a great day. Stay on the grind. I'm out. Peace.